Hi everyone, and welcome to my Capstone portfolio website. I chose to create a website that highlighted my learning journey using the platform Google Sites. My school division promotes it by providing a Google account for all employees to use within our classrooms, and I had never really had the chance to dive into it until this program. I first used this platform in another ETAD course because I wanted to explore the opportunities that my Google account offered, and I was super impressed with the easy navigation and usability of all the programs. Now that I know how to use my Google accounts well, I wanted to take advantage of it again and use it as a platform for my Capstone portfolio. Over here I have the navigation in the menu item. I have Purpose and Intent, ETAD Reflections, Tips for Success, and Course Insight. I wanted to make it as easy to navigate as possible. The pages I have on the left are all their own pages, except for the Course Insight. It has a drop-down menu with 7 courses that I wanted to highlight my experience and opinions on. First, we're going to go to Purpose and Intent. The heading of this page is a quote that Paula wrote to me in an email. As she was leaving a comment on my project proposal, she explained how this class is a gift. It's a gift because we get to sit back and enjoy our accomplishments within the program. Otherwise, we would have just skimmed over the thoughts in our mind instead of taking the time to sit back, relax, and reflect. I decided to break this page down into 3 essential parts: why ETAD, intent, and a gift of closure. Why ETAD? I chose this ETAD course because I needed a program that fit into my life instead of me having to fit into the program. The ETAD program was the most desirable, with the option of still working full-time and getting to spend as much time with my family instead of sitting in a classroom. Gaining a background in e-learning and expanding my knowledge on technology was the final reason of why I chose to enroll in this program. How ironic, with what's happening in the world today, it's more relevant than I would have ever thought it was going to be. Intent. Overall, this portfolio is directed towards sharing my knowledge to help future ETAD students gain an insight into the program from the perspective of a student. I am excited to provide details into the course requirements and share a few tips for success on how to navigate through being a graduate student in the ETAD program. I'm going to go to ETAD Reflections. Expectations. I was excited to gain tangible tools and skills that I could immediately implement into my daily teaching. I thought it would be a great way to excite my students about learning and incorporate new and innovative technologies into lesson planning. I believe that if teachers can incorporate technology into the classroom, it would give students a feeling of excitement, a feeling of challenge, and bring a little bit of entertainment into their daily learning. This was my initial expectation of the course when I first enrolled. The reality of the course. Working through the courses, I realized that most of them were directed towards the concept of e-learning and distance education. Many of the required courses talked about technology as the main theme, a lot of theory, and it focused on how to become an instructional designer. All of the learning was great and beneficial, but I didn't feel it fully met my initial expectations of the program. What I benefited from the course. Even though I still in the end do not feel that I have fully gained the skills and tools I had initially expected, there were 2 things throughout the journey that I believe came close to fulfilling it. One was resource sharing, where all students shared their favorite e-learning resource, and we got a large list of essential multimedia sites and resources that we could use in our classrooms. And the other one was the course ETAD 803, Multimedia Design for Learning. In this course, I actually learned a few new tangible skills I could use to incorporate into my teaching, or that I could have students work on their own with specific programs. Taking this program was really hard, and it challenged every aspect of me. I had no idea that I was capable of the dedication, persistence, self-motivation, and ability to prioritize and balance my busy life. I had pushed myself to the limits, challenged myself, and have proudly accomplished it all. I am very proud to have completed this program, and I can honestly say that I am more dedicated. I am more of an dedicated individual because of it. Tips for success. This is my favorite section. During the past 2 years, I always kept in the back of my mind all the things that I wish I knew going into this experience, and what I could have done differently if I had only known what was to come. Here I wanted to share a few personal tips for future ETAD students. There are 21 tips or words of advice laid out on this page, but I wanted to share a few of my favorite ones. I titled this, Been There, Done This, Tried That. Your peers are great resources and supports for you throughout the program. Find a friend with your program to bounce ideas off of and build a support team. Research papers can come from a variety of resources. Do not worry about finding tangible material. Online resources are just as credible. It makes the whole process a lot easier. If you complete an assignment early, the Writing Center at the university will proofread it and send it back to you. Very helpful if you can finish them with enough time, with like a week in between the due date. In the ETAD Master's program, you are eligible to take up to 2 undergraduate courses that count towards your master's degree. And last, my favorite and most honest word of advice I have is stock up on lots and lots of coffee. Believe me, you will need a lot of it. Photo credit to unsplash.com. They have great images to use for free without purchasing a license. Course insight. I wish I knew then what I know now. My whole intention of the portfolio was to share my knowledge and understanding of the program, and I wanted to share insight into the core ETAD courses and a few others that I thought were beneficial to the program. Each of the courses below include details about what the course was about, the required assignments, and if I thought the assignments were beneficial or challenging. I made the titles of the courses links to the page, so it's accessible through this page or through the drop-down menu on the left-hand side here. Since there is a lot of information within these pages, I only want to highlight one of my favorite courses. It is a favorite because I linked my professional career to the learning for this course. So I am going to go and show you EdMin 894. EdMin 894 was a course that expected students to attend a conference and complete the course requirements around the theme of a conference. I chose to go to Treaty Catalyst Teacher Training course organized by the Saskatoon Public Schools, First Nations, Métis, and Inuit Education Unit. Every portion of the learning within the class was informative and eye-opening, but the academic research paper is where I learned the most. I learned so much about Indigenous student perspective, Saskatchewan graduation rates, and what Saskatoon Public Schools are specifically doing to close the Indigenous learning gaps. I think this course has helped me in more ways than just the completion of this course. It was the most beneficial research I did in this journey because it was beneficial towards my academic life and my professional life as well. At the bottom of this page, all the way down, are 3 artifacts from the course itself: the e-portfolio, online sharing product, and final research paper. So all 7 of these courses have links that are laid out the same way as this one. I'll have, a course requirement heading, and were assignments beneficial and challenging, and attached at the bottom are examples of my coursework. So for example, ECUR 805. The heading, also who the instructor was, the date it was taken, course requirements, and yeah, my thoughts and opinions, and the final paper. And the same and so on. Well, thank you very much for listening. And let me know if you have any questions or thoughts about my portfolio. I would love to hear them and chat with you guys. Thank you very much.